Look! Up in the sky! It's a bird! It's a plane! It's a superhero! Hey everyone, how's it going? It is Superhero Sunday on the Technicolor Mike B Show, and we are live here on YouTube. So yeah, I was wanting to do a superhero design for today, and I was like, who should I do as my character? And yeah, it was a hard time trying to come up with something. Ultimately, I decided I would do a custom character, something that is just my own creation. And I was thinking, when it comes to cosplay, I don't know that a lot of cosplayers really think about the intellectual property rights and things like that goes along with cosplay. So I got my start in costuming and entertainment as a clown, and as a clown I was creating my own custom character. I was the clown, I was the character. I was not trying to be Bozo the clown or trying to be Ronald McDonald. No, I was Sir Toonie Van Duke, a clown character that I created for myself. I came up with the costume and the makeup and everything that went with that character. And as a children's entertainer, one of the topics I heard friends talk about was people that were doing different parties as superheroes, as princesses and the like, and being sent cease and desist letters from the creators of those characters. I think the most famous case was with the Barney characters. I knew a lot of people that said that, hey, years ago we got started in the entertainment, we bought these big costumes, and we were going to parties as the purple dinosaur. Well, it seems the makers of Barney didn't really appreciate people dressing up as the purple dinosaur. They felt it was infringing upon their character Barney, and possibly if something happened in a party, it could damage their reputation as a company. So they tried to stop people from doing Barney costumes at parties without their permission. And the same rules sort of apply to the cosplay world. I know one of the first groups I was familiar with in the cosplay costuming arena were the Star Trek fans that have the 501st and the Rebel Legion, and they have a great history of cosplay and costuming and rules about screen accuracy and what they try to do to maintain their characters, their look, and they want to look as close to the movies as possible. And it is my understanding that when they got started, they had an agreement with George Lucas that said that they could create stormtrooper outfits and costumes and Jedi costumes and the like, and wear them as they please under certain conditions. A, they couldn't mass produce them. B, they couldn't make money, and they couldn't do appearances and get paid to represent the characters, since they didn't own the rights to the characters. But they could be in parades, they could do charity events and other events just without getting paid, and they could set their own requirements for membership and different things like that, and they could sort of help people build the costumes. And if they were going to sell something like the Stormtrooper armor, they could do it at cost, or minimal markup, but they couldn't sell it for a big profit. That the owners of a copyright of a character, they sell the rights to costuming and toys and other things to other companies, and they don't want people going out on their own and creating their own costumes and selling them, because they've already told another company, hey, we're giving you the rights to license and sell these merchandise with our characters. But for like cosplay, there's a different aspect involved. It is for personal use. If I create a costume and I'm going to wear it to the New York Comic Con or some big convention, Dragon Con, I'm doing it for my personal use. I'm not selling that costume. I'm not getting paid to wear that costume. It is something I am doing for me, myself, and I. And the law allows me to do things for myself, even if it is using a character. So I can create my own Spider-Man outfit or my own Iron Man suit or a Stormtrooper and go to a convention dressed up in that costume. And it is perfectly legal for me to do that. But if I decide, hey, you know, people really loved this superhero outfit that I was wearing at the convention, maybe I should start doing birthday parties and show up as Spider-Man. Well, that's where it starts to become the big no. That is where the intellectual property right comes into play. You can't sell your costume to other people. You can't get paid to wear it. It is someone else's rights. They own the character, they own the costume, they own the imagery associated with it. So yeah, as long as you are staying on your side of the this is for my personal use, I can show up at my kid's birthday party, a cousin's birthday party, and entertain the guests because it's me, my family. But as soon as I start advertising and people hiring me, that is a whole different arena. And something similar comes into play if I wanted to start writing a story about Spider-Man, or I wanted to write a space adventure about Star Wars or Star Trek in one of those universes, or I wanted to have a story about Hogwarts and the Harry Potter. I'm fine writing fan fiction, but as soon as I try to like publish it and sell it as my works of art, it's like, no, I can't do that. Fan fiction is using copyrighted character settings and other intellectual property from the original creation in a new way. It's derivative and it is protected by copyright laws. So usually like a fan fiction site is just a website so you could post it and people aren't paying to read it, you aren't getting paid to publish it. And so yeah, as long as I'm doing it for myself, I'm not doing it for profit, I can write fan fiction and I can share it with friends, just can't start selling it. And like the same thing happens in the music industry, that if there's this great song I really like, I can't just record myself singing a karaoke version of that song and post it on YouTube, because whoever wrote the song, whoever recorded the music has rights to it. That if I want to be a cover artist and cover a song, I have to create the music myself, I have to sing it myself, so it's my version, and I am announcing it to the world as my cover of the Beatles song or some other artist song. So yeah, I'm covering a song that they created, so I'm still giving them credit to it, but I've recreated the music, so I'm playing the guitar, I'm playing the piano and the drums or whatever sounds need to go with it, or yeah, I have my own band backing me up, so I could be a cover band and we could sing their songs. But there's limits again to what a cover band can do. Obviously cover bands get paid for their appearances at events, but they aren't representing themselves as the real band, and they're probably paying some kind of a royalty for use of the music and things like that. So yeah, if you're going to get into cosplay, I suggest you do some reading on intellectual property rights and what you can and cannot do. I am not a lawyer. I don't play one on TV, so don't take my advice as the law. But yeah, from my perspective, as long as I am attributing the creator of the work that I'm doing, so if I do a cosplay of a character and I credit, hey, this is my cosplay of Ian Lightfoot from Disney's Onward movie, I've attributed where this is coming from. I'm not just claiming as my custom created character. But it's also then a fuzzy line of what can I post on YouTube. Obviously, if I post a cosplay character and mention the name of the character, I'm trying to draw people into my videos, into my pictures or whatnot by, hey, you're a fan of Spider-Man, well, this is my version of Spider-Man. So I'm using their trademark name, Spider-Man, to sort of attract people in to look at my stuff. So yeah, there's some gray areas where I don't know what is 100% legal and appropriate. Obviously, I could do a movie review of the recent Wonder Woman movie and tell people what I liked, what I didn't like, and maybe even include a scene from the movie where I'm sort of showing, hey, this is the movie I'm going to be talking about. Some of that is considered fair use as long as I limit how much of the movie I'm showing, and that I'm doing it in a review capacity, editorial capacity, and not in a, here's the Wonder Woman movie that you could have paid to see at the theater and just watch it for free. So I'm not giving the movie away, but I'm using elements of it to do a review, a critique of it, and tell people if I loved it or hated it. So yeah, like I said, if you're going to get into cosplay, especially if you're going to start making stuff and doing commissions to sell your work to other cosplayers because, hey, you figured out how to make these great spandex suits, or you have these techniques for making armor, if you're going to start selling it, just be aware of what you can and cannot do. Just changing the name to from Iron Man to the Metal Man or something like that just doesn't, if you're still looking like Iron Man, you're still infringing upon their copyrights. So just be aware of what is legal, what is right, and keep it to your own personal use, or follow the rules and play by the rules that the law says you're supposed to follow. So this is our superhero balloon. He's not wearing a cape because if we watch The Incredibles, we know capes are dangerous for superheroes. They get caught all the time. So yeah, so that is our superhero balloon for Superhero Sunday and our talk on intellectual property rights as it relates to cosplay and fan fiction and other derivative works of art. So until next time, see you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Thanks for watching.